could probably tell by the title, I am making Thermoplastic Fire for a headpiece today. These are actually for my ears. These are the pieces, and I dyed PETG plastic, which you can find on Amazon. It comes in like smaller sheets or so. It is clear whenever you receive it, and it can be dyed with like I think it was, we did like RIT, and then we did like the poly something, like, so there's like a powder pack and then there's a liquid. So in the end, the powder ended up doing a lot more than the liquid did, but you can use both at the same time, and that does a more intense color. I left this to Zach to do. He recorded the process too, so I'll compile all of this into a smaller video whenever, you know, the time comes. So you'll see the entire process behind like making the ears and making the fire hair. So I randomly took a couple pieces. Fire, this should be neat, right? I'm gonna attempt it here. I've never made anything like this, so just bear with me. I took pieces of EVA so that I can shape, you know, because I can move the EVA and then heat the plastic on top of it. So that should be fun. And I have like all different sizes, and of course if I need different sizes, I can go ahead and just, you know, cut more out if need be. I started messing with this whenever my heat gun died. My heat gun died on me yesterday, so here's the new workhorse. It's all clean and new. There's a sticker. Hot surface. To prevent serious injury, avoid contact. Yes, people, avoid contact. I always burn myself on the freaking heat gun. It always sucks. Why do they make stickers so difficult? I feel like stickers are really the adult level of child-proof. Like, the adult equivalency, entirely. But how are you doing today, Jim? Does this come... Oh! So they incorporated a rubber button thing. Cool. Is that so you don't get electrocuted? Cool. That's new. My old one doesn't have this. Haha. New drill. Well, it says drill master, but it's a heat gun. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. And as y'all can see, I got my spider webs. I got my little spider in here. And hi, Zach, if you're hiding somewhere. He's at work right now, but he'll be home later. But what's up, Necropix? And Jim, I didn't properly greet you. I read your, like, comment, but I didn't really say anything. Oh, I forgot the headdress. Hang on. So this is all going to be covered. So whenever I made this, I didn't really care about my seams. Finer than frog fur. How are you? I'm good. I just decorated the entire porch and outside and inside with all of my spooky Halloween decorations. So it's pretty fun. Oh, I got copyright striked it wasn't last video, it was a video before that. Because I was playing Avenged Sevenfold. I was actually testing it because I haven't got copyright striked on anything else, and I was wondering, like, if you're live streaming, is that different than, like, uploading a video and then implementing stuff in it? So I left you a message in this discussion section of your YouTube. Really? I just looked through all my comments and stuff. It didn't tell me I had a new one. YouTube, are you messing up on me? Because I check my comments every day. Comments. I don't have any. Oh wait, is discussion and comments different? I'm sorry, I'm new to YouTube, so if that's different. There's about a 30-second delay before you can see what we type. Typing in YouTube still. Oh, okay. Well, I will open up regular YouTube and take a look. I didn't know. It also could be the amount of time that I am looking up and reading. Because it doesn't notify me. I don't hear a sound or anything whenever y'all type in the chat. So I just happen to like look at it. Could just be me not paying attention as much as I should. Switch account is suffocating. But a lag probably could be a thing just because I am streaming simultaneously on 2 platforms and streaming music. My video isn't lagging though, so I think I'm just not paying attention. But anyway, Grease, is that picture on Twitch your weekend costume? I don't think so. I think the picture on my Twitch is my Kindred, and I made that almost a year ago. Just, I haven't had time to make a full costume since then. I have almost 3 finished in the last, like, couple months. But no, I think that's just my Kindred. Okay, so, going to my channel. Playlist video, what? I saw a discussion. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know how to get to it. I'll look it up later. I'm sorry. I'm a dingus whenever it comes to this. I see the lag in little Twitch chat, in this little Twitch chat window. It doesn't tell me I'm lagging on this end because my KBS is still like green. I haven't even dipped below 1400. Or if it's just the chat. It could be the Restream server that I am bouncing it off of. Because OBS bounces off of it a separate server and sends it back to the respective platforms. So I stream through OBS and it broadcasts this, whatever you're seeing right here, to YouTube and Twitch. And then I use a Restream account to connect them both and connect the chat. So the chats are merged. I'll reload the Restream app and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Here is the headpiece that we are going to attach the flames to. I'm just making the flames right now. I'm not going to attach anything. But if you were going to make a helmet, you would want your seams to be very nice and you'd want more darts and stuff in here as well. But I just need a general shape of a head that I could like put tons of flames on. So this is by no means going to be seen. It's just a general shape that I needed. So obviously the seams are a little gross, terrible, you know, whatever you prefer to call them. And then I have the gold. This gold isn't weathered yet. It will be in the final process. And of course this needs to attach down here because this goes across Zach's chin piece. I probably should have quick sealed this better and dremeled this better, but honestly it tucks right underneath his chin. You can barely see it, so it's not something to just be like, oh, I'm a failure at life. I don't really care. Restream lag, but you're still great. Basic headpiece is nice. Thank you. Required update for Restream chat. So it's doing an update right now, so it's Restream lag. Sorry, I just now noticed that. Alright. So, message you on Facebook through your alluring cosplay less frustrating to deal with than your YouTube. Okay, thank you. I'm honestly, you would think that I would be very good at social media and stuff like that, but I just, nope, not at all. Alright, so I made this. So essentially, I have a reference image, hang on. So, face and reference image. So that headpiece, hang on, where am I? That way. It'll switch and it'll go back and forth. But whenever it goes back to the hair piece, you'll see why this kind of curves up and goes back. See, I'm trying to build that top flame, and then I'm going to build the flames kind of back. the best that I can. I've never made anything like this, and technically this is my third costume I've ever made, so let's have fun, I guess. Hand can fit, cool. So you're fine, cool, thank you. I even got his little earpieces. You won't even see behind here because there is giant elf ears that are gonna be on him. Rakan is an interesting character. What's up, Penny? I haven't seen you in a minute. I missed you. So I think I want a little bit more of a curve on this. So this is the heated up piece. This is the piece I used. See, it fits in there nicely. I think I want to heat this part up and curve it more back. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that there. Incoming heat gun noises. I don't know if I like this little rubber thing on here. I wonder if I could take it off. Yeah, I've been so busy, I've missed everyone's streams. Well, at least you're back and you're in one piece, and I'm happy. Thankfully, heat guns aren't as loud as they used to be, seriously, though. Whenever I was getting into this, Nate, I was like, oh, I have a heat gun. I was like, okay. She brings out this thing that is like this big and this tall, and it only shoots up, and it's only like one speed and one like level of heat, and I was like, what is this? So it was like back in the, it was like one of the first heat guns from back in like the late 80s, early 90s, and I'm just like, Nana, it's 2017. But I mean, back then it was like whenever I got it, it was 2016, 15. I don't know. End of 2015. I was like, what are you doing, woman? It was interesting. It's not bad. Let's go back. Keep in mind this is just me messing around. I'm just trying to get a feel for what I'm trying to do. I don't think that's bad. Because then the other flames will kind of come up here. Okay. I think that's a good starting point. Okay. I had one in the garage from the 70s. That thing would flay a person. Right? It's awesome. And of course I'll mess with the edges as things go on. I'm just trying to get some general shapes going. Like, I didn't think this one turned out too bad. You know, can I just come off? Nobody likes you. I'll take my chances of getting electrocuted if that's what it's there for. I don't have time for that. I miss my old heat gun. This one, Cool. It just updated. Nice. Well, if you electrocute yourself, at least you'll have your Halloween costume, Bride of Frankenstein. That is a good one. I want to go see the play for it. Honestly, if I were to do this project again, I probably wouldn't use PETG plastic. This is what I had on hand and it's cheap, but I honestly would just spend the extra money and get Warbla's transparent art, because this does not stick to itself, like hardly at all. And if you do get it to stick to itself, good job. I can barely get it to stick to itself, whereas with Warbla you don't really have to work with it that much to make it stick to itself, because Warbla sticks to itself rather nicely. I'm gonna make this kind of crumple in on itself. I don't think that's bad. I mean, just messing with it just a bit. It likes to move and crumple. And it's not bad. Honestly, I think I'm going to cut out the next one exactly the way I want it to be. To make flames and hot glue to assemble it. I probably will end up using a mixture of hot glue and super glue, because I don't even know where the hell they are. Oh, they might be in there. So, the first time I worked with this PETG plastic, I tried it out making these pauldron pieces. This actually ended up being sharp and I scrapped that idea. But essentially I was trying to make a crystal-like thing and then I just started playing because I got bored. But I did manage to heat it up enough to get it to stay together, but not as well as it should have. And then I couldn't get the layers to stick to themselves, so I ended up super gluing these layers together, because there's 3 layers. There's 1, 2, and then 3 right here. So, hi Lauren, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing great, Anne. How are you doing? Well, that makes you one hot chick tonight. Ah! That was a good one. It almost looks like a crystal lily flower from a lily pad. Actually, that's in the end. That's why I was just like, it looks like a crystal flower. Okay. So it didn't end up being anything like I wanted, but I got something else from it, so I was like, okay. And of course, if you're very sensitive to it, like to heat and working with hot things, there is heat-resistant gloves that you can work with thermoplastics and Warbla, and it won't stick to your hands, and it's also heat-resistant. I probably will pick up a set eventually, but I was a server for 4 years, so I'm good. I'm used to like just grabbing hot plates, so I don't have hardly any, like, in my fingertips I can handle a lot of heat. Not as much as I used to, but still quite a bit. Not bad, thanks. You're very welcome. Just, I mean, it's a start. So, me and Zach actually watched scary movies last night, It was super cool. Made me happy. Because he never saw like the Rob Zombie version of Halloween, and I was like, what? It's like one of my favorite things ever. So I was like, we're watching this. I was like, okay. I think that one's pretty cool. Like all lit up around the other flames. I think it'll fit in just fine. So there's that. And of course, like from cutting out pieces, I have all of these little derpy pieces. So I mean, they can fill in like between the things. And so if you're working with thermoplastics and you're doing a project kind of like similar to this, or just always keep your scraps because there's always a way to reuse them. The yellow didn't dye as well as I wanted it to. You can just barely tell that it's tinted, which I'm pretty disappointed in. I should have probably made him re-dye it for me, but he's wearing it on his head. It's not mine. So I'm like, if you want to have like half dyed yellow flames on your head, go ahead. You know, I'm just making it for you. So that's kind of how that went. What's the yellow stuff you're making the flames out of? Everyone hit that like button, right? This is PETG plastic. You can get it on Amazon. It's cheap, easy to work on, but I don't honestly recommend it. I would get just Warbler's transparent art. This does take dye pretty well, but the yellow you definitely need to bulk up because the orange dyed easily and the blue dyed easily, but the yellow, as you can see, it didn't take the color very well. What's up, Randy? I didn't even realize that was you answering the, like, asking the question. I was like, what's that? Vaughn was saying yesterday that she was sorry she missed your live stream. We seem to not be getting notifications lately. Yeah, she texted me about that. YouTube is YouTube. I think it'll always be that way. Twitch does the same thing, which really sucks, but just me. It's a Randy. It's a wild Randy. I'm gonna actually pull this side out. I'm gonna cut. I think that'll be okay. The problem with this stuff is that it takes a learning curve to mess with it. It's like relearning Warbler all over again. So it's a clear type of Warbler. It's a cheap clear type of Warbler, yes. I was watching their stream this morning, but I was really busy, so I had to end up like, I wasn't even active at all. Oops, hi Randy. Y'all are funny. So apparently, like the NCS music, like this that I play, it doesn't get copyright striked in my streams, even though technically I'm supposed to put the songs in the description below. But I'm like, I'm not putting 3 hours worth of songs in the description below. Sorry. But apparently, like, when I was testing it out, because I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play Iron Maiden and Avenged Sevenfold, and it was like, you got 2 copyright strikes, because I only played it for, like, a couple minutes, and then I turned it off. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I just removed the songs from my stream, and I was like, okay, whatever. Vaughn gets all the credit, even when she's not here. Oh, that's rough. Hey Lauren, what's up Samantha? It's nice to see ya. So I am happy to say that I think I've made a decision on, like, I knew I was gonna make a couple costumes for Halloween, and I have like a couple ideas in my head, but I think, no promises, but I already have the stuff for like a witch doctor. So I'm gonna do the bloody Halloween costume and do stuff for Patreon for that. And then I'm going to build a quick witch doctor, and I'm gonna try to build it in a day. So I'm gonna do an all-day live stream of me building a witch doctor costume. And then, yeah, y'all see the beginning to end process on that. So I'm gonna do a witch doctor real quick. And then after that, Meredith came over last night after she got off work, and she helped me pattern out a breastplate with my measurements on it. That looks pretty cool. What's up, Livewire? What day? I don't know. I will not hear pretty quick. Well, hear pretty quick, but probably in the next... What's today? I'm trying to think because I don't want to just say like, I'm gonna do it this day, and I'm like, I'm not ready. But it'll probably be either this weekend or early next week. Like I need to get it done and quickly. So this weekend I'm doing the photo shoot with that bloody costume, and I'll do stuff for Patreon for that. And then after I'm done with that, I'm immediately doing the witch doctor. Can do all day live stream. Well, I'll be like, hang on guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. On my Twitch streams, I do like leave to go to the bathroom. This heat gun is like heating me up. It's hot. I'm sweating. Trying to make a name to come in here. How about this? This is Randy, damn it. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna try something based on my failing to. We are only kind and will kindly cease to. So I cut out just this. I'm doing my first market tonight with all the cool stuff I've learned from you. And Vaughn, wish me luck. Well, I definitely wish you luck. If you need any help or anything, just message me. Are you sure it's you, Rudy? It sounds like Yvonne. Y'all are funny. So my front yard is literally covered in spider webs. It's pretty legit. But I want to go get some spray blood to spray on some of the spider webs. I need some fake spiders. I need a skeleton. Well, I want bones, like the $10 bag of bones, and I'm just gonna string them up in the tree. I think that'll be pretty cool. Or I might do like a gory paint job on my stream. That could be fun. That could be fun. And I also need an outdoor, what is it, extension cord? Because I can't plug in my projector or like any of the lights or anything, and I'm like, this is bullshit. That explains a lot. Yeah, I think you're gonna do awesome, and I definitely want to see it whenever it's finished, Samantha. That looks like fire. Yeah, I think I like this better than the way I was doing it. But I did need this shape, so I mean, there is no other way to do it that way. I do think I'll just keep messing with the edges and kind of twist it towards the end. But I did need this general shape on this piece. And I don't think this piece is that bad as well. Mixed with everything else, it's not even gonna matter all that much. But having pieces like this, that nicely, you know, oops, nicely I say, and then it flies away. So I can heat it up to have it sit on here more properly. but I mean, that looks like fire to me. If I put the decorations outside, the tweakers will steal them. That's fair. Honestly, I live in a suburban neighborhood, and I'm honestly like, I hope nobody steals my Halloween decorations. Yeah, last time I checked, it was me. I'm going to get back to work now. I just popped in because her title was Fire, and I know her heat gun died a few days ago, so I was all like, wait, what's on fire? I'm not Azimuth Randy. I'm not setting everything on fire. Yeah, I got a new heat gun. It's new. It feels new. It feels soft. Mine is like worn and beat up from like years of abuse. So yeah, I think I like that quite a bit. Yay, Lauren. Figuring some stuff out, kind of. I think I'm gonna cut this one in half. Well, I am gonna need long pieces, so I'll go ahead and do those. I literally just crumpled it up. I think that was pretty legit. Dinner calling will catch us on replay. Looks promising though. Thanks, Jim, right? Thanks, Jim. Go enjoy your food. You deserve food. Food is good. I'm hungry now. And Zach's not here to feed me. That looks pretty legit to me. There's a lot of depth in it. Looks cute. This like cools down so easily. You have to be really quick with it. But I got like a baby flame. Look at this tiny little cute flame. That's cute. So what I'm gonna do is, a lot of people, y'all are probably wondering, like, you're gonna be able to see everything underneath that, like, flames, because they're not that, like, dyed. You're entirely right. I'm going to paint the whole thing with acrylics. So I'm gonna dab different colors of fire, like, colors on the whole base so that, you know, it's a good color all the way through. And then I'm gonna have LEDs in it. I was gonna have Zach order ones that breathe, so they go on and off like real fire. Probably might not happen, but we'll see. We might take apart something that's like flickering and at least use some of them. do. It's a crumpled, like, sad-looking flame. The bad thing is that this, like, really probably won't show up all that much, but hey, it can fill in a piece. And it'll give, like, just more pieces. So essentially it's just a crumpled up, a ton of just crumpled up plastic. That's what you're gonna cover. That's what I'm gonna cover this headpiece in. So, and this is for Cosmic Dusk Recon. So those of you out there who are like, how am I gonna make fire hair? This is probably a really good way, but I would honestly recommend getting better dyed stuff. Like, it's actually dyed. This one doesn't show very well. These are better, but they could still be more orange. Same with these. They're blue, but they could still be more blue. So I would honestly just use at least 2 packs of dye, which are like $5 a piece. So it's like, if this doesn't work, I just spent $10 on dye that I can't take back. So it's not like you can just reheat it. I mean, you kind of can, but you kind of can't. That or I'm just dumb. That could be a thing. Those are rumply. Baby flame. Dig that. I kind of want to paint my nails. I don't think I've had a desire to paint my nails in a really long time. But I want to paint them black. Because it's a spooky time of year. I also want to be a vampire. I like being a vampire. Being a vampire inside my soul feels good. It's just like, grrr, I'll bite you. Fear me. He has one dirt flame. An alfalfa. Such a derp. I'm sure this will go somewhere. I don't know, it's my elbow. So it's literally just a long process of making tons of flames. like that one. That one's cute. I like the small flames better than the big flames. I have a huge tray of beads in my lap that I'm sorting and putting away. That's why I'm so quiet. That's okay. No worries, Miss Penny. And good luck with that. I'm not good, like, with tiny beads and stuff. But anyway, back to, like, whatever I was saying earlier. I was templating out a breastplate, and I think I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna challenge myself to build a costume in 3 days. And what I think I'm going to build is a Wonder Woman costume. It's been pretty much done quite a bit. It's been really, really popular. But I keep watching the movie, and I keep re-falling in love with the character. And I, like, as a kid, I watched Wonder Woman, like, the old Wonder Woman TV shows. And she was about one of the only superheroes I really liked. I never really got into comic books or anything of that sort. I started reading Japanese manga. And, like, that's what I really fell in love with, was Japan and their style of reading. So whenever I came back to American, since I actually took an honors comic book class to interpret, and it was really disappointing because they actually have a rule in comic books that you at least have to have a conversation with another female, and it can't be about the main character that is always a male. So it's just like one of those things where it's just like, I never really got into comic books for a lot of that reason. So whenever I saw, like, the actual Wonder Woman movie, it made me really happy, because you don't really see a female lead that's actually strong and not whiny and you're like, why do I have to be here? Why do I have to do this? I mean, not all characters are like that, but just the majority of it. And you just don't see good role models like that. Like, you don't see very many, like, superhero movies that are a female protagonist that is actually really popular. We don't see Black Cat. We don't see anybody else. We usually just see, what is it, like Batman, Superman, Iron Man, all men. That's just like, okay. Which I'm not like ragging on the men. Like, I love them. I love all those movies. Well, most of the movies. I love Iron Man. And I like Superman. And Spider-Man. Well, actually, no, I don't like Superman. I like Spider-Man. I never really got into Superman. But I mean, I loved all of those movies as a kid, but I honestly wish I would have grown up, like, with more movies like I just saw. And it was just really good. I really liked it. And I really like her armor set. So I was like, you know what? With all the tutorials and stuff out there, so I'm already a step ahead of the game. It's not like Rakan and Zaya. This costume has taken me months. I also started up Twitch and YouTube and Patreon and fixed an Etsy shop and made inventory for a bunch of cons and also made, like, all kinds of things on the side. But these two costumes should not have taken me as long as they have. The reason that they have is because I had to invent. Not really invent, but I had to come up with my own way of doing these costumes. Like fire hair, for instance. Like, I have no idea, like, because there's not a tutorial for this specific headpiece with this specific flame style. You know, like, there really isn't. So I'm like, I have to figure this out on my own. It's not like there's multitudes. It's not like a Halo Spartan armor set where you see, like, 10 of them at every single con. There's so much information available for them so that they're easy to make. Well, they're not easy, but they're easier. You don't have to figure out everything on your own, which would be super nice. So a bunch of people figured out like, oh hey, don't do it this way, do it this way, or this is how I did mine, and I can take things and like watch other people's mistakes and learn from them and come up with my own way to make the Wonder Woman costume and do it quickly, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, because as much as I do like it, I'm not passionate enough about it to dedicate at least like a whole week or a month to it, or even 2 weeks. Like, I don't have time for that. So I think I'm going to knock it out quickly, do a YouTube tutorial about it, and move on with my life. Is this not? It's not. There we go. My computer wasn't plugged in. Sorry about that. Woo, it's hot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and make that. I'm gonna make the Witch Doctor costume in a day, and then I'm gonna do Wonder Woman in about 3 days, and then I think I want to do Dark Elementalist Lux for Halloween. At least I'm gonna attempt to get all of this done before Halloween. Emphasis on attempt, because Dark Elementalist Lux is something I've wanted to do since the Elementalist skin came out earlier this year. Okay. And I still haven't got a chance to do it. Which, it's a simpler costume, so I don't think it'll take too terribly long. Dad. What? I'm gonna put my hair up in a bun. I'm dying. I at least want to get all the flames heat formed tonight. Which, these are just the general shapes of it. If I need to change direction or something, I can literally just heat up like the middle and mess with it. And Meredith did ask me to do a neon, I think it's Neon Demon Bandits with her. Which I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So y'all might see some Neon Demon Bandit things on my channel. So we'll see how that goes. Oops. Here's a yellow one. This makes me regret wearing pants. Hate. This like sheet of yellow seems to be a little bit like more pigmented than the others. Okay. I'm okay with that one, kind of. Cool. Made like a dual pronged like little tip there. It's pretty cool. That. too. I'm like literally gaining a pile of... Oh, that looks cool. I just literally grabbed like a handful of flames. That's pretty convincing. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 dum. Pretty legit. Dun, 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 hope nobody like touches his hair. It's pretty sharp. The only like downside about making flames this way is yes, it actually is freaking sharp. I don't think like it'd probably be enough to draw blood if you like really mess with it. Like if you went up there and went like wham against his probably head, it probably would like cut you. But if somebody's stupid enough to do that, then I think they kind of deserve it. Hi, I'm watching you work while I organize my beads. Oh, you're not the only one tonight, but welcome, Wanda. Looking good, thank you. I am attempting here. Like, whenever all of this is done, I think it's gonna look freaking cool. fire. Like, look at all this fire I made. Like, I've actually done quite a few. It's looking like fire. I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out, guys. Like, even just sitting on the table, not even put in any certain order, but it looks like fire. I like it. Okay, fire. I'm glad you think so, that I'm not the only human that thinks so. So yay, I'm not completely weird. Try to twist this. Pop it. It's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, let's do one like that. Let's give it a thicker top on that one. So I'm gonna do 2 prongs on this, like so. How did the skull one with the horns turn out? It's sitting over there. It's I decorated it with beads and put the thing on it. Y'all will see probably the finished result of that in my photo shoot. I'm pretty much happy with it. Come back. Don't fly away. So it turned out pretty good, honestly. I was very happy with it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I dig it. Hang on. It, Reese. Oh, never mind. That is. There. I wonder how much of my dubstep music is copyrighted. I know none of this stuff that I'm playing right now is copyrighted because it's from NCS, which is no copyright sounds. But I wonder if like dubstep gutter or something. Which sucks because I can't play any like Halloween themed stuff or nothing. I think like layered on top of each other, like I think it's gonna look cool. How many pieces do I have left? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have 2 orange and 2 yellow left. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this goes well. Let's do a pretty wide one here. Leave it open. Wide top. So like that and there. That there. That there. And let's keep this big board. I heard movement. Wait. It's my hedgehog. What's up, Kirsty? I see a hedgehog. From like right here, I can only see his butt. stuff out, I would get some like heavier duty scissors. Making today? I am making fire. Is this for Zach's headpiece? So this will attach to this. So fire. It'll just depend on how I want all of this to sit. Could go out, could go in. I'll just have to mess with it once I make all of the flames. Getting a blister on my thumb from using these scissors. I can't find my kid scissors, so like my hand fits in here weird, so it like rubs my knuckle and it hurts my thumb because my hands like go all the way through it. So I'm sitting here like cutting stuff with my knuckles. I don't feel like that's normal. If it's normal, then I'm like, okay, I'll shut up. But I'm like, I really don't feel like that's normal. Because, like, my other scissors don't do it. It's just adult scissors that do it. So I'm like, I don't think I'm adult enough for these scissors. Lauren Abernathy, 2017. I'm not adult enough for these scissors. Candle? I think I did. I think I'm just smelling this candle. Am I smelling this? I'm smelling that. Okay. Hack. Fly away, Bone. Did I give you permission to fly away? I don't think so. rather boring. So I'm just like, I thought this would be a lot more fun and intense than it actually is. It's just like, I'm making fire. And then it's just like, I'm making fire. Know what I mean? At this point, I'd probably start watching a movie. Just be like, so boring and drone work. It's honestly just repetition after repetition. What is it for again? Sorry, I forgot. It's for Zach. Okay, here, I'll show you. His headpiece. So essentially, I'm making fire. And I built that costume as well. These costumes were the costumes I was working on before I started working on stuff to vend. And now I only have a couple things to finish. I have her ears to finish. I have Zach's headpiece to finish. And then I need to fix her skirt. Because the clear coat that I used on them is a rigid clear coat. I just grabbed a can. I wasn't paying attention. I was like... all over my gold paint job, and I ruined it. And I was like, I hate life. So that's why even on this, it actually will crack if it has too much stress. But weirdly, the way it sits on his head, it doesn't crack. So I'm like, okay, the only place it actually cracked was right across here. And like, it's not even showing up on camera, much less seeing it from a distance. Oh, there you go. That shadow. You can see a faint line. And if I actually open it up, yeah, you can kind of see the white underneath the gold paint job. So that's what happens whenever you use a rigid clear coat on a gold paint job. Don't do it. It ruins lives. So here's the headpiece for Zach, and then it's going to have all the flames built on top of it. And then of course I need to paint her little moon hair thing. So this attaches to the wig. And this will be gold. So I made everything including like the feather capes, which are hand dremelled out of foam. The full armor sets. The feet. Oh, I need to finish Zach's feet. That's what I need to do. I need to finish a lot of things in my life. That was loud. Sorry. And more like it scared me more than anything. And I was like, what is that? That looks cool. Thank you. I'm definitely working hard on these costumes. I honestly hate them though. Like, these are probably the worst costumes I've ever met in terms of like morale. Like, I hate them. Like, I'm not excited to like have them finished. I'm not excited to wear them. I just want to get them done and over with so I can wear start making something else. Because these costumes are not happy anymore. You know, like the initial excitement and crafting phase of it is good. And like, I've run into so many problems that making this costume isn't even enjoyable anymore. Like, I just want it over with. I'm at that point. Like, I want to make a Wonder Woman costume. I want to make a witch doctor. I want to make things, other things that are not the thing that I'm making. Things that I'm actually excited about making, that I can't make the thing right now. And it's irritating. I want to make things. I want to do things with my life. Oh, too bad. You're too busy making flames. Good job, Lauren. This actually like looks like a book. Like a scroll. It's pretty cool. The whole world is like tinted. I feel like I'm wearing sunglasses. this one just got too hot. I'm not sure. Fair play. I get what you mean. I get like that when I have to make a project for work. I just want to finish it so I can move on to the next project that I really want to do, right? I mean, whenever I first started these costumes, I really wanted to make them, but Zach lost interest in making it in about a month. And he didn't really want to help me with it. And he didn't really seem enthused. He just kept talking about making other costumes, and I'm working really, really hard for months on these costumes that he's not interested in at all, and it upset me. So I'm just like, no, I don't want to make these costumes anymore. I want to make things for myself. Like, I want to make costumes for me. I'm tired of making a costume for him that he doesn't even like. So I'm just like, And I just really wish, he was like, well, you seem so excited about it. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, well, I mean, you saying it to me after I got this far into it, that I spent too much money on materials and time and effort that I can't stop. That's a great time to tell me, I guess. Cute. Is everybody having a good night tonight, though? Everybody had good days, good mornings, everything? All good here. Well, I'm glad. It's been a lazy day for me. Like, yes and no. Like, I was kind of lazy this morning. Like, me and Zach woke up. Well, we woke up because Nana set off the smoke alarms while she was baking. So it was a rude awakening. I was like, fire! So my day has just been wrapped around fire, I guess. So I ended up not even eating those. Cool. And then we kind of like chilled out. I was really sleepy most of the day. No hedgehog. Dude, my hedgehog the other day made a wild escape, like Houdini'd out of his cage. And like he like hit the cage so hard that the entire thing just fell off, like the whole top of the cage he knocked it off, and I was like, dang. And then we had to like search around the entire house looking for the freaking hedgehog. I'm just like, what are you doing? If he was like more potty trained, I'd let him like roam freely. Like, but honestly, all of our attempts to potty train him have always and all failed. So he just poops in his cage. Like, I even read that hedgehogs prefer a corner, that, like, they'll just sit, you know, do their business there, but not mine. I don't like having a hedgehog as a pet, actually. It's probably one of the worst decisions and worst money investments I think I've ever done in my life. Yeah, they're cute, and if you really want to put that type of like time investment in one, sure, go ahead. It's not like he's a bad pet to have, he just doesn't do anything. He just sits there in his cage. And I'm actually ended up, he was supposed to, like I read online and they're actually very good for people who have severe allergies to animals. But his quills, as soon as he hits my hands, like picking him up and holding him, I get giant whelps on my hands and my hands burn and itch really bad. We took him to the vet and he took a swan dive off the counter when the vet was like, you know, messing with him, and he landed in my lap on his like back, on his quills, and he stabbed me, and I had whelps on my legs, not from being stabbed, like it didn't break skin or anything, but like the general swelling of my legs, and it was really, really bad, and it stayed there for hours too. Some people get hedgehogs that are awesome and want to hang out with them, you know, and like I'm sure that they work with them quite a bit. Every time we've tried to work with Timo, he just doesn't wanna. He doesn't want us holding him. He doesn't want us touching him. He hates bath time. He just wants to be left alone to sleep, eat, and poop in his cage.
Please charge now.
Yes, Captain. But yeah, that's a Timo. But if you're better with animals in that sense, go ahead. But honestly, I guess I just can't take a pet that doesn't want anything to do with me, because I want to like love and hang out with an animal, but he doesn't want to love and hang out with me. Like honestly, if I just disappeared and died, he wouldn't care. Just as long as something fed him, like an invisible hand kept him fed and his like cage clean, he'd be okay with whatever. He doesn't care if we're gone or whatever. Doesn't care. It's not like a dog that's gonna whimper and cry like whenever you're gone, or miss you, or be really excited whenever you come home. Hedgehogs just don't do that. But I couldn't have a dog, so I was like, I want a pet. Can I have a hedgehog? Because like I even did a lot of research on it. Like it's not like I'm like, oh, a hedgehog sounds cool, I'm just gonna buy one. No, I did a lot of research before I bought my hedgehog. But mine just didn't turn out very well, I guess. I don't know how you're supposed to like word that. He just wasn't what I was wanting nor expecting. And I honestly feel like maybe he should have a new home other than like living with like here with me, just because maybe somebody else will have better luck with him like socializing more. He doesn't like hiss or be mean to like people. He doesn't mind being around us, but he just doesn't care for it. He's like a grumpy old man that's just like, leave me alone to die, you know. That's literally all he wants to do. Is just he wants to stay there, and he doesn't want to be touched. He doesn't want to be moved. The only time he'll let me like touch him or pet him is if I feed him a mealworm. I have to literally feed him a mealworm, and then he'll let me touch him for about 10 seconds. And if he has eaten the mealworm, he wants me to quit touching him and feed him another one for more. It's like a carousel ride where you have to like keep putting in a quarter. That's what it's like. I have to like keep putting mealworms into his face for him to let me touch him. But I also could just be a bad hedgehog owner. Who knows? Could just be me. Because like I see pet hedgehogs on Instagram and stuff all the time where they literally just hang out with them and they feed them and they take them on freaking walks, and I'm just like, mine would never do that. And it's not like the fact that I haven't tried to mess with him or tried to train him or tried to do anything with him. I try. He just doesn't want to. He is cute though. It's definitely adorable. But honestly, if you want something sociable, you're better off getting a rat. Because rats are more like social and wanting attention more than a hedgehog. But if you want a nocturnal cage animal that just kind of sits there and by all means, go for it. I should have got a bunny. Yvonne has bunnies, and I'm just like, it's so soft and cuddly. She let me like go out there, and I was petting them, and I was just like, why isn't mine? Like, I want stuff to be nice to me. Hello?
My Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. What are you doing, Bobby?
I just got off work, buddy.
Ooh.
Going home.
Ooh. Well, I'm streaming, okay?
Okay, baby. I love you. I'll be there soon. Bye.
Okay, bye. Oh. Okay. I went ahead and turned up my volume because my mom texted me. She's like, I can't hear you. So I decided to turn it up. So if I'm loud for people who have me turned all the way up, go ahead and take this time to probably turn me down. But anyway, Chrissy, I'm not trying to be like, it's horrible and terrible. I'm just telling you my experience. Because hedgehogs are like kids. You never know what you're going to get. Same thing with dogs, I guess. Because there are some dogs that are just mean dogs. And then there's other dogs that are like so happy to see you that they pee themselves. You know? I think I just got the hedgehog that was unsociable. Oh, I didn't want to say you were low. Oh, but now that's better. Thanks, Mom. Guys, if something's like going on with my stream, definitely let me know. Yeah, I get you're not the first person that said that about hedgehogs. A lot of people have. Oh. I wish somebody would have told me that, like back whenever I was picking out a hedgehog. And my microphone volume. Oh, I guess I could also scoot my mic closer. Hey, Mom, you know you could just talk and chat too, right? I'm gonna see it on the screen. I just thought it was Zach texting me, so I was ignoring it. Not that I'm ignoring my boyfriend, I just assumed he'd be like, I'm off work, headed home, which is what he called me to do. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna... honestly just about to get rid of him. I have a friend who just moved to Fayetteville and she's like, I'll take him. I'm like, okay. I'm not a patient person either. I just, yeah. But we socialized him. We held him at least an hour a day since he was a baby. But I guess it's just not enough. But he kept like biting us and all kinds of stuff early. So I had to like blow in his face and like train him not to bite. Which sucked because he'd latch on and he wouldn't let go. Like straight up would just latch on my finger and I'm sitting there like, get it off. And I was like, why did I decide to buy a needle-covered rat? I was like, this is the worst the worst purchase I've ever made. But I'm also just not a very good person in that regard. Like, I don't do well with stuff like that. The stuff that needs like extra patience and extra attention and fight through pain and stuff like that. I had a lizard that did that. Cracked me up. It doesn't crack me up, it scares me. Okay. I'm scared of things that bite me. Okay, I literally have a pile of flames. I'm pretty stoked about that. Put that down there. Sorry. That was like a very weak burp. Oh, sandpaper bumps for teeth. That's cute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it didn't hurt, I'd just be like, aw. But he would like draw blood. Actually, like I was holding him and he leaped and jumped and latched onto my nose and took a chunk out of my nose. He's an asshole. Which is why I'm happy I named him Teemo, because Teemo in League of Legends, he's literally like a psychopath. I've been watching but on the phone to Mom for the last hour. Doing awesome, Lauren. Thank you, Samantha. That's sweet of you. Hi all. Just out of bed and at 5:30 in the morning here in the Netherlands. That's early. Good morning, Mary. So I understand why you like morning streams. Or morning or evening. Okay. Fire. I'm making fire. That makes me really happy to hear you say. What am I making? I'm making a headpiece. All these flames attached to this headpiece. And it's supposed to be hair on fire. I checked out Twitch. Cool. I have a lot more freedom on Twitch, so I really enjoy my Twitch streams. And thanks for the Mystic Messenger addiction. I'm happy you said that. Well, because I was wondering, I'm like, I don't know, because I like anime and like Japanese and Korean culture, so I'm like, I don't know, some people might not like this, but I'm happy you like it. It's a really good game. Who are you going for? I like the deep story personally, and I go for 707, because 707's the defender of justice. We all know that. Samantha, are you here for my watercolor painting showing that I got in the mail? I'm just taking a minute because my hands are hot and sensitive, like they're red from working with hot materials. So I'm essentially letting my skin just kind of have a minute. I need to paint this. No, I missed that. Okay. So, I got a 707 watercolor print from, it's like Laovan, and he does it in watercolor. But look how immersive this is. This is watercolor, and like it's a shimmery art print. It's honestly probably one of the nicest art prints I've ever gotten, and it's of like my favorite character of all time. So I was like, my heart. And then he also sent me a free print just because my aunt take a look at it and she thinks it's an original, which I would be very pleased with that. I don't know if it is though. It could just be a print. But I'm like super happy with it. And it's Yurio from Yuri on Ice, and which he was one of my favorite characters from Yuri on Ice, and I really enjoyed it. And he was just like, thanks for the support, and drew me a cute little doodle, and I'm just like, this is God's work. Like, this is like goals right here. Like, I wish I was this good at drawing and painting. But of course, he probably has years of experience on me, so we all start somewhere. But just like, look at that shimmer. Oh, look at how beautiful he is. My heart. And he's my favorite route on the game you're playing. It's the best story. Well, it's actually, his ending is a true ending to Mystic Messenger. Like, he is the Mystic Messenger route. So, join me. Also, guys, me and Meredith made a ton more bones. And these actually make bone noises. So, they rattle against each other whenever they are made. I made like rib pieces and my kids will be addicted too when I tell them what I'm playing. Do it. It's amazing. But who are you going for? Like, whose route are you going for? Echo. Okay, so I'm gonna play with this for a minute. I guess I could turn this towards my lap. That works. Go! Right. From the wasteland to the highways, to my shadow, to the sun rays, and on we'll go. From the wasteland to the highways. I have only a half hour before I go to work. Haha. Oh, that's rough. But I wish you all the luck in the world. I wish that also for myself because I know I'm a night person. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a night person. What just touched my leg? Okay. Nothing apparently. Ghosts touched my leg. I guess my mom's not gonna talk and chat. What are you going to use the fire for? So, it connects to this headpiece. This isn't my headpiece. I have a bun. But this goes on Zach's head. And this is the chin piece. And it'll connect here. And all the fire is going to be layered on top of here. I'm going to do base colors so that, you know, you're not going to see white through the fire. But I'm shaping this at the moment, but all of this fire is just gonna layer up on here. Any tips for my first market tonight? I got heaps of drawers that I've made, but also my son and I are beekeepers, so we have honey, and I've been making body and lip balms, wood and leather polish. Cool. Interesting. I wouldn't be super duper pushy. Like, I would give information when information is due, but when somebody like yells at me, I definitely don't like that. But when people are just like, hey, like immediately, like, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, and won't leave you alone, I'm just like, okay, if I had an interest, it's gone, bye. I don't foresee you being that much of a pushy person, but I thought I would say something. Smile. Be happy, panda. Don't be afraid to have fun. And just be yourself. Give information when information's due. like from like the messenger and stuff, I'm pretty sure you have good communication skills. So I think you're gonna do great. At this like point in time, I just say just have fun with it. Have fun, happy panda. I like that. I'd like to send you some too. Where can I send to? Oh, I need to go get a. That's what I forgot to do. I need to go get a PO box. Aggressive salespeople freak me out. Seriously though, even at ArtCon, I just wanted to take a quick look around like the vending room, like scope out and see if I wanted anything. And like I basically just got attacked by people, and I'm like, no wonder there's nobody in here. Like, nobody wants to be attacked whenever they're trying to buy something, especially. That's really sweet, Samantha. That makes me happy. But I'll go get a PO box tomorrow. I was gonna do it before we left for all the cons, and things just got crazy. But whenever I get it, I'll post it. This is actually turning out to be one of my favorite pieces. Like, what do you guys think? I think this is looking freaking cool. Look at my head. Hang on. Face cam fit. There we go. Look at my head. That's exactly the shape I wanted too. Hell, I want a piece for my head. Just to like, I'm gonna just glue it on there and be like, this is my head now. Let me know, I'll send you a boomerang too. A boomerang? You know, I've never got a boomerang to work, but then again, I haven't tried to mess with a boomerang since I was a kid. So, I get a boomerang from an honorary Aussie. That makes me happy. That's really fun.
People sending me gifts again?
Yeah.
Stop gifting her things.
I mean, I haven't got a gift yet, but they want to send me gifts. That's okay.
Well, I gotta go.
They're gonna send me a boomerang. Zach, I'm gonna be sent a real boomerang from Australia.
Awesome.
Australia, Zach. Australia.
Not Australia.
Australia.
There you go.
There we go. It seems like a fun piece. It is a fun piece. It makes me super happy. Just death metal music. Headbanging. Thank you, Samantha. I will make sure it, as a true boomerang made by our indigenous.
The indigenous tribes. Australia.
Australia. That and
Well, you better go open up the PO box then.
I know, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. That and I'm getting a Vegemite.
Gross.
He told me like how to actually eat Vegemite. So
It's all gross.
So you don't just like take a spoonful and eat it like Nutella. You like spread it on bread very, very lightly.
You don't need much, trust me.
Like real, like different country snacks.
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 Cornflakes.
What?
Vegemites are gross.
Hey, to you, I might like Vegemite.
If you do, you're not human.
I might just be Australian inside, like I want to be, Zach. Let me live my dreams, okay?
You want to be Australian and Asian. Look at you.
Yeah. I'll be like, that's bad.
Yeah, don't do
I
it.
don't know how.
How about no? Let me just leave it at that.
Quit making noises.
No.
My volume is way up too, so don't. It's like a staple food. Most Aussies hate it. Well, I like it on toast.
I like my toast. There you go.
Well, I want to try it. That and like, there's apparently like a candy or something. I don't know. It's like it's a Tim Tam. Did I give you permission to sneeze on my stream?
Did I give you permission to give me permission to do anything with permission?
Shit, you're right. I'm working hard. Stupid Ed.
I was working hard too. All I made was $50.
I guess that's fair.
It was a slow night.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was a slow night.
It's okay.
Bless you.
Thank you, random streamer.
It's Samantha. It's not no random streamer. She's awesome. I like Samantha.
Looks great, buddy.
I'm hungry. Will you feed me? Please? Please?
No. Do you want one of those cream puffs, whatever you gonna make?
I want a cream puff and food. Like real food in my belly. I've ever eaten 2 cream puffs. You can call me Sam, all my friends do. Gotcha, Sam. That would be easy. Can you see myself? Zach,
I'm thinking, hold on.
I want real food in my face. Put it in my face. I'm super proud of this, Zach.
That looks amazing.
I know it does. It better look amazing. Hey, actually, I think I need to make another one and have it kind of curve back for the back of the head too. We're the perfect team, and I just wanna. Okay, I'm happy with that. Fighter! I just wanna. Okay. What's wrong?
I gotta fix my medicine. Yeah, nothing too bad. Just a small headache.
I literally just sat up straight and like put my shoulders back and popped my back. When you get out to Australia, there will be free accommodations here for you. I have great friends in every state. We have a network supporting. Ooh.
We have a network. Yes.
We have a network. Cool.
How do you want me to weather
That's really cool. Do what?
How do you want me to weather the feathers with it? You want me to dry brush it, or you rub them buff, or what?
I told you how to do it. You take a detail brush, and in all like the constellation points, you take that Sahara gold and dip it. Oh, actually, I think it was the medieval. You take the medieval gold, and you dip it in there, and just keep it in the dots, in the recesses. And if you get anything on top, just wipe it away. That's really cool, Samantha. Thank you.
Is your paint beside you?
Do what?
Is your paint beside you?
No.
Where is it?
In the closet, but I'd rather you feed me than paint right now. Please feed me.
It needs to get done, baby.
Please feed me. This needs to get done, but I can't finish it until you feed me.
Bullshit.
Please feed me.
No, you just want me to do your dirty work for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. That's not how you work.
It's not dirty work. I still need you. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I can convince Zach to watch a scary movie with me again tonight. At least with leggings on, I don't have to worry about like putting the camera pointed towards my lap. I tend to like pull things like really close to me, like whenever I'm working on things. And I ended up like taking it off camera, and I'm like, oops. I ordered Thermomorph too. Can't wait for that to arrive. Thank you for the idea. You're very welcome. I ended up, I found out about Thermomorph from a FX makeup channel. I think it was Ellie Max or Ellie FX. I don't remember. But I like some of her FX makeup tutorials. I actually think I'm not good. But I was thinking about trying out some FX makeup on this channel. Not like making it the focus, but I mean around Halloween, do like a live stream of me putting on bloody makeup or something like that, you know. I don't think I like that at all. What's up, KCD? What's up? And let me know what you end up doing with the Thermomorph, Samantha. Half fire, half plain. Fire, plain. What are you doing? Hey, are you making me food? Ha ha ha. You okay? I remember you making molds with maybe plastic and glitter chips a while ago. What was that stuff you were using? I actually was using either a plastic or silicone mold. Sorry, my hair just got in my eye. It was a plastic or silicone mold, and I mixed up a 2-part resin with pigment, and I put glitter flakes down. It's iridescent flakes, and I put them down in the beginnings of the mold. Feed the woman, seriously. I put them down in the beginnings of the mold and then poured the resin on top of it. And that's how I cast my own jewels. Do I have a jewel in here? Or is it just quartz? That's just quartz. Okay, never mind. I have jewels somewhere. I see them. Hang on. So here's so this was just a regular disc mold, and I mixed up a 2-part resin, and I dumped in some purple pigment, and I put the iridescent flakes all through it. I put it all through in like layers, so you can see there's lots of iridescent flakes. But you want to put them down first in the mold and then pour the resin on top of it, or you won't get this effect. Or you could just pour like a very like thin layer of resin and then put the iridescent flakes on top of that very thin layer so that the iridescent flakes aren't like coming out of it. I think there's like, yeah, over here, like you can feel the top of the iridescent flakes. So they're not completely coated in resin. I'm sure they're pretty well coated, but you know, so you have that even like nice smooth finish over the top. Which I think I did that by accident because this was my first try at casting resin. But I mean, I got that really cool swirl effect too. Like, I'm super proud of these. And like, they were all different kinds of like little gems. So you can see the iridescent flakes in it. And you can get iridescent flakes at like Walmart or Joann. Probably get a big jar of them from Amazon. And this is what my molds look like. These are like $2 molds from Hobby Lobby. And you can probably, that's it, they're beautiful. Thank you. You can get one of these molds for like $2 at Hobby Lobby, or you can order them online. And they have all different kinds of stuff online, like on Amazon, which I recommend. You can use the plastic, you can even use candy trays and stuff. There you go. Which I ended up not liking this red pigment I used. I didn't realize how red it would be. These kind of look like candy, and I just don't like them. Not compared to, like, comparing this to, you know, that is just like night and day. I just don't like them. You can even cast stuff in polymer clay molds, like press molds. Because I casted this resin purple one in a polymer clay mold. We don't have that here, but I have a cool craft shop in town. That's cool. I would check out online though if you have Amazon. Like, check it out on Amazon. And this was like my first box. It's like an easy cast, clear casting epoxy, and it's a 2-part resin. So you put even amounts and you mix it up, and it's clear until you add a pigment. Which I use this pearl pigment powder. I ended up liking the powder a lot more than I liked. Whoa. The god is appeased. Thank you, baby.
Oh, good. What did they say?
Thank you, guys. Mac and cheese.
Thomas. Heck, so. You got one.
Like a roaring ocean. Yeah, but anyway, the pearl powders, if you buy them and like, you can get a kit of them on Amazon for like 25 to 30 bucks, and at the time I was thinking like, that's a lot for like pigment that I may or may not use a ton of at first. It only takes a little bit and the results are entirely worth. I definitely recommend getting a kit and trying them out because they're super awesome. And I think you can even dust a mold with the powder. I'll probably test that out, but I'm pretty sure you could just dust a mold with it, and it'll like be super cool. and cheese amazing. My mom makes a home cooked one taste so good. This is like the cheap like TV dinner, but I'll take it. Hey Zach. Could I possibly have some pepper? What are you doing over there?
I'm looking at the new Minecraft stuff.
Can I have pepper?
Yeah, we could get you some later.
The flames go on this headpiece. So I have flaming hair. And they'll have LEDs installed inside of it, and it'll be blended nicely and everything.
And salt.
You could do a ghostwriter with that, right? Essentially, Rakan does have ghostwriter hair. Oops.
Yep.
Nope. Not right either. There it is.
It's
So,
true.
it'll come back. So, essentially, he has ghostwriter hair.
That's true.
And he has that gold part right across his head. So I just made it a whole like headpiece. What? How did she break that? This is like delicious. This is heaven. Thank you, Zach.
You're welcome, buddy.
Hey, after I'm done streaming, do you want to play League?
Sure. Would love to. I'm gonna play Minecraft for a little bit though.
You'd rock the Harley. That's fair. I think I'd be scared about how durable the glue would be holding these flames down. I'd be scared it'd break. But I love motorcycles. I miss being able to drive them. I don't have one anymore. Well, I had a scooter. I learned on a motorcycle, but I had a scooter and it went like freaking 80 miles per hour. So, I mean, it was a fast scooter. was also like 14, 15, so. Thanks for hanging out, Wanda. Good night. I'm almost done anyway. I'm just gonna finish this up and then get off. I just need to finish this like last little portion of it. But I was gonna eat my mac and cheese while it's hot. So have a good night, and I hope you have a good morning tomorrow. Thank you, Zach. My belly is full now. I have a kitten named Harley after the motorbike. Cool. I like cats. They just don't like me. No problem, Miss Wanda. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks, KCD. I have like a pile of Interesting. Unfortunately, like cat is. That's why I thought you were saying, like talking about, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, I'm gonna play cool until I know for sure it's what you're talking about. I had cats whenever I was younger. Like when like through middle school and whenever I hit high school too. Which, I mean, it was cool. But I started developing an allergy to cats and dogs and dust and everything that I breathe in on a daily basis, you know? Like anything out in the world. Cool, okay. So I couldn't have like cats or dogs or anything anymore. Like whenever I go to Yvonne and Randy's house, I have to like dope myself up on allergy medicine or I'll die. That's why they always freak out like, panic clean! Like, I'm sorry, I'll die. I won't actually die, but I'll be pretty messed up.
That'll suck.
Huh?
That'll suck hard.
I'll basically just be miserable the entire time I'm there, though. Cool. This is pretty cool, Zach. Like, you better love me for this.
I do love you for that.
I could be making my Wonder Woman costume right now if I didn't have to make her hair. Actually, bring your fat head over here. Come here.
Come on.
Reach down here.
Okay.
Head. Okay, so this one, you have such a fat head. That one goes up. Ah, perfect. So the flames almost touch, which is exactly what I was going for because, okay, you can move your head now. Because this is supposed to have like, focus.
No.
Okay.
What to do.
Because this one is supposed to have like a curvature that goes over the top of the head and then kind of poofs up. And this one, I kind of sculpted it down and to kind of have an upward turn and then pop back out. So, fire! Mine are very cuddly and they like kisses to bless you. Not good. Let's have my dad allergic to cats. He's the same. Yeah, it sucks. But every cat I ever had was not cuddly or nice or kissy or lovey. All the cats, I think I just have a knack for getting like assholes for pets. Like my hedgehog's a jerk. Every cat I've ever owned was always a jerk. It's just like I have just like horrible experiences with pets. What's up, Lee? How are you doing? So let's do a face cam fit. So essentially, this will kind of lay down and pop out. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to need that to lay down. Okay, so and I can always adjust it if need be. That's great, Lee. I'm happy you're doing good. So essentially, there's the front one and the back one. And that's honestly the main, like, structure of the thing. And then I have all, well, here. I have this entire pile of flames. Just ready to fill in the gaps. So, all my animals are insane on some level or unique depending how you look at it. That's why I love my farm. Interesting. Go Samantha, go. There's a way to make them really friendly right from... Huh. And they think you're mom. If I probably would never get a cat, but if I do, I'll definitely take that into consideration. Okay, so I finished that, I think I'm done for tonight. I did a lot. I did a freaking ton, actually. Let's just do Beast Can Fits. I can talk to you guys. I'll actually... There we go. So, this is what I'm working on the rest of this week. So I have all of my... Well, here. For you YouTube peoples, y'all didn't see me working on all this, so y'all never saw my hand dremeled feathers that I killed myself to make. So these are for Zaya. She has 19 of these, and these go up to about 5 feet long. So they get bigger. These are just the small ones. Speaking of they get bigger, these are Zacks. So they get attached up top, but they still need weathered, but there's an ombre going on there, and they're hand dremeled feather texture. Like, so this is probably like one of the hardest things I've ever made. So there are 9 of Zach's feathers, and Zach is 6'3", so these are longer than 6'5", and there is 9 of them with different constellations that I hand dremeled in there, hand carved all of this, painted the entire thing. I personally like my feathers more than I like Zach's feathers, but yeah, definitely big feathers. Thank you. It took a lot of work. I'm actually have all the footage from this whole costume. I mean, y'all never saw like my breastplate build, or so I made like a gold breastplate. Of course, the top is covered, so I didn't care how the boobs fit. And that goes down. So, boobs. It's like my leg armor. So these costumes are going to be done very, very soon. Or I might kill myself. Just yeah. So I have the hair. I need to assemble that and paint it. I need to make Zach's feet because these are bird people. So they have bird feet. So I got to sculpt like bird feet. And I still have to make Zach's set of bird feet. So that's gonna be fun. And thank you. I worked hard on everything, so I'm glad y'all like it. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe to Lauren Abernathy.
Actually, it's LaRuben Cosplay. You have to be correct. Come at me.
I would,
Thank you,
but
Kirsty.
I'm pretty sure I'd destroy you mid-lane.
Oh yeah?
Wanna go?
Yeah. 1v1 me.
I will. I'll beat you. Every time.
Nope. No, you won't. Alright, if y'all haven't, check out my Instagram, check out my Facebook. What else do I have, Zach? I have a Patreon.
She also has an Etsy if you guys want to see
I have an
some.
Etsy if you want to buy my stuff. If you want to make the stuff, you're in the right place. If you want to buy my stuff, go to Etsy. If you want to support my stuff, go to Patreon and get stuff in return. Yeah, that's about right. If you just want to look at stuff, go to my Instagram. Let's see. I think I covered all my bases.
I think you did.
I already have, lol. Right? It's pretty fun. Anyway, good night, guys. I'm getting sleepy, as y'all can tell. I'm making weird faces at the camera and like kind of swaying a little. So I think it's time for me to go and put my hair down because that hurts. Alright, so I'm gonna head off. See you guys. I need to assemble this, so I'll probably be on tomorrow sometime. What's tomorrow? Is it tomorrow Friday? Yeah.
This is Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow probably. So just keep an eye out for those notifications. See you guys. All of the